Since the All-Star break, the RedHawks have won 6 of 7 series played. Thursday, they go for the series win number 7 after splitting the first 2 with the Gary SouthShore Railcats. We pick things up in the bottom of 6. RedHawks up 5-zip with runners on the corners. Wild pitch here, bringing in Hunter Clandon, and it's now 6-0. We'll go to the 7th. Starter Jake Dykoff still on the mound for the RedHawks, working on a complete game shutout so far. The Railcats with only 3 hits through 6 innings, and Dykoff continuing his domination from the mound, getting a strikeout here on LG Castillo. In the 8th, Mike Hallquist has been on fire at the plate lately, but he's been pretty good defensively as well. Backhand grab, throws to first and gets the out. And Dykoff will get the complete game shutout over the Railcats as the RedHawks win at 6-0. Here's Dykoff on what has contributed to the RedHawks' recent success since the All-Star break.
I mean, just getting healthy, first of all. I mean, guys are finally all coming back. We had that little stretch there in the middle of the season where we had a lot of injuries, and heck, I even got in that bat earlier in the year. We were depleted a little bit, but now guys are getting back healthy. A few big ads like Eric and Philia, and I mean, we're just swinging it, we're pitching it. We have the best bullpen in the league, and I mean, it's going to hopefully carry us a long ways.
The RedHawks now gear up for a road series against the Chicago Dogs at Impact Field. Game 1 set for Friday at 6:30 p.m. In the majors, the Minnesota Twins could not avoid the sweep Thursday against the Athletics. An 8-3 loss here, dropping Minnesota to 58-69 on the year. Minnesota was out hit 12-5 in the loss and now prepares for a series against the White Sox. That series will begin Friday. To the soccer pitch. High school boys soccer is underway in North Dakota, and the Eastern Dakota Conference preseason number 1 team is the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Thursday, they battled Fargo South. Both squads 1-0 coming into this one, and it's the Mustangs looking to strike first. Mamadou Berry with some space here, but he fires just wide as we stay scoreless. Later, it's the Bruins striking first. Musa Sano with this goal from deep, and it's 1-0 Bruins. Mustangs looking to respond. A breakaway opportunity here for Marcus Podliska, but what a stop from the Bruins keeper David Robinson to keep the 1-goal lead. He'd make several more stops before the half to give South the lead heading into the break, but a Cheyenne goal in the second half ends this game in a draw, 1-1 the final. To the racetrack, it has been quite the week for one of the best World of Outlaws racers of all time, West Fargo's Donny Schatz. He's gone from an 18-year run with Tony Stewart Racing to being a part of 3 teams in about a week. I sat down with Schatz as he prepares for his races this weekend in the home state of North Dakota.
It's a dynamic that you would have never thought was going to happen, but it's just business, it's reality, it's what's in front of us.
After a nearly 18-year run with Tony Stewart Racing came to an end on August 12th, Donny Schatz needed a new team to race for. A few days later, he teamed up with Big Game Motorsports to close out the year. But after a wreck in Friday's race at Ogilvie Raceway, the next day, Schatz teamed up with Lundstrom Motorsports to finish out the races in the region, something that was important for him.
You know, anytime we come to North Dakota, this is where it all started for me. This is where I live. This is my home. I mean, North Dakota is very important to me. My first focus was making sure, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, these are the places I grew up racing, and to not think that I was going to be there with the fans. And ultimately, I knew I would. People have moved mountains for me the last 10 days to get here.
It has been more than 22 years since Schatz did not compete in a World of Outlaws event, which is the longest streak in series history. Participating in every race is near the top of the priorities list every day.
I've been around nearly 30 years in this sport, racing with the Outlaws, and I think that was one thing that kind of stood out in the back of my mind, is this is really the first time in 30 years that I might have trouble finishing the entire season, which is very important to me, not missing any races. So obviously we're going to not let that happen, but you always got to kind of plan for the worst and expect the worst sometimes. So it's just part of the game.
In all, the 48-year-old Schatz is a 10-time World of Outlaws sprint car champion and has amassed 316 feature victories, making him the 3rd winningest driver in series history. And he has no plan to stop adding to those accomplishments.
My plan is to continue racing with the World of Outlaws. How long is that? I don't know. I think I got another good 2 or 3 years easy left in me, without question. If it's 5, who knows? But never before have I looked at putting it in terms of a number like wins win. I've never even thought of that, and I don't think I'm anywhere near that point where I want to start looking at that number.
Schatz told me what drives him to continue racing is the competition, and this weekend he'll have his nieces a part of that competition. They're making their World of Outlaws sprint car debuts. We'll hear from them on Sunday.
And you've talked to them before as well.
I know, they're just skyrocketing up.
Yeah, good for them.
Absolutely.
Good to see all those guys in action. Thanks, Ryan.